day, grade 9. Today is our MAPE 9 Physical Education in the third quarter, week 2. My name is Rinaldo B. Malimban. In week 2, we talk about the skills in team sports. In team sports and other athletic games require skills, fitness, and proper training. The popular team sports are soccer, football, basketball, baseball, and volleyball. These sports require team coordinations among the individual players. So each player is expected to perform to contribute the success of the game. The important skills that our athletic should develop are the balance, the coordinations, agility, speed, power, and reaction time. Now, these are some of components of the team sports. In a game of soccer played before two teams of 11 players each, the idea of the game is to kick or to lead the ball through the other team's goal. And the goal is scored when the ball has passed over the goal line. So these are the basic skills that an athlete should develop in order to be a good soccer player. That one. Of the soccer, a game of soccer is played between two teams of 11 players. Each idea of the game is to kick or to lead the ball. Second is kicking. In kicking, there are several ways to kick the ball. To kick the ball hard, straight over the long distance user step. To do the first kick, turn almost sideways, and this punch ball in the side of the foot. Next is the trapping. So these trappings, object trappings, to bring down in the ground, so that is the under of your cut tapes. You can do this in the various parts of the body, thigh, chest, and even your head. Dribbling. So when you're dribbling, tap of the ball along the inside or outside, it's either your foot. Next is passing. So quick short passes are usually made with side or in your hands using the steps for the long pass. Tackling. Tackling is a largely matter timing of running when the tackle try to block the ball firmly against your foot, hoping that your opponent will lose his balance in the ball. So to make sliding tackle, slide your leg along the ground to kick the ball away. And next is the heading. So use the forehead rather than the top of your head. You can meet the ball head or click the ball with your head. So some of the skills in soccer, football are the performance of kicking, trapping, dribbling, heading, passing, and tackling. Let's talk about the futsal. Futsal comes from the word Portuguese football de salão, which is a variant of football played in Brazil and Uruguay since 1930. It played as an indoor football on the hard court of the surface. And there are two governing bodies are responsible to maintaining and promoting the official values of their respective sessions of futsal. The one is the AMF, or Association Mundial de Football de Salon, Next is the FEPA, Federation International de Football Association. Next is the futsal court of 28 meter by 15 meter, maximum of 49 by 40 meter. The ceiling must be 4 meters high. Players, 5 players on each team, one of whom is the goalkeeper, and a maximum of member of 12 players that can be used with each match. Ball in the sport is also played with a smaller ball with a less bounce than a regular football due to the surface of the pitch. Next is time. There are 2 periods of 20 actual minutes or of 30 non-actual minutes each. Between the 2 periods, there is a break of 15 minutes. In the play resumptions, every time the ball gets out of the field, a foul of the goal is perpetrated and referees whistle to stop the game and to resume it. Every throw must be done in 5 seconds that are counted by the referee with his hands up. So that is what is the rules of the futsal. In the goalkeepers have only 4 seconds in which to play the ball with either their hands or feet and may not touch it again if it has been deliberately played to them. So this is the part of the field in the futsal. From the goal box, sideline, the halfway line, the penalty box arc, the end line, goal, the corner arc, and the center circle. So this is the figure of the field in playing futsal. To start and restart a play, a coin toss is used to decide who will start the match. A coin toss is used for decide who will start the match because it is considered to signal the start of the play and also used to start the second half and the period of the extra time. Another thing is it also used for the goal has been scored of the other team to start to play, or it is a direct free kick can be awarded to the opposing team of the player, and there are 2 referees each position on the opposite side of the field. Next slide is what are some penalty in playing futsal. In the light blue card is given to players that commit 5 fouls. That yellow-red card are used to caution player. In the yellow card, it's shown when the player show unsportive behavior, penalties, infringement of the law of the game. And the red card represent that means the player is sent out of the field. Next, let's move on in the baseball. Baseball is played by two terms of 9 players each. The object of the game is to score more runs than the opposing team. A run is scored each time a player can run safely around 4 bases. Rather, a baseball player should learn the following skills. It might be in speed in running. So the speed of running, a batter may get base in various ways. One is hit the ball into fair territory and run to the first base single. Next, to run safely to second base double. In speeding, run to the third base in a triple. And hit the ball into the outfield and run around all bases or home run. Next is batting power. In the batting power, both the batter and pitcher should be enough power on the baseball game. So the batter needs power to strike the ball hard in the outfield in order to be able to run safely into the bases. The pitcher also needs power to throw the ball in the right way to prevent the opposition from getting too many runs. In the catching and pitching, all members of the baseball team must have ability to move accurately when a batter hits the ball. So the batter, the pitcher, and the catcher should move fast and to sudden chance after the batter fails to hit the ball. Next is the basketball. Did you play a basketball? Yes, of course. Maybe the girls also play in a basketball. Alright, so a basketball is a game played between two teams of 5 players. Why? Because the players bounce and pass the ball to each other and try to score goals. So a goal of the score by throwing the ball into the basket, which is defended by the member of the opposing team. So the basketball is a fast game. Player move briskly from basket to basket. And these are the skills needed when playing basketball. So we have catch and pass the ball. In catching and passing the ball are the first thing that you must learn in the basketball. Hold the ball about waist high, have your fingers loose and ready, and keep your eye on the ball and relax. In dribble shoot the ball, it is also a player must dribble the ball by bouncing it on the floor. A player with the ball can take one step in, but he cannot run with the ball. And these are how to pass the ball can be done in playing basketball. In this pass, hold the ball with your finger spread out on either side of the ball, throw behind it. Keep your elbow fairly close to your body. Then shoot your arm out in straight line toward chest of your teammate. In the hook pass, point your foot towards the player you intended to receive your pass at the same time and left the ball well above your head with the opposite head before you. In the bounce pass, similar to this pass, but the ball is aimed downward. It should reach your teammate after the bounce and at a convenient height. And the one-side pass, this is used chiefly for long passes. Hold the ball back to point just beyond your ears. Keep your hand behind the ball as you throw it toward in your teammates. Now, how to shoot the ball in the basket? It's very normal for us, but we have to try it. Now, there are several types of shooting the ball in the basketball. First one is to set shot. It's made with the use of two hands. Another one is two-hand set shot. Hold the ball in the same way as for the chest pass. Next is hook shot. This is made by bringing one arm. Why? Because this is bring one arm over behind the above the head. And the last is the layup shot. It is one-handed shot made after dribbling or receiving a pass close to the basket. Let's move on in the volleyball. Now, what is volleyball for you? Some of many girls or some of the gay playing also the volleyball. But volleyball consists of two teams of 6 players in each team in playing coach. The objective of the player is to send the ball over the net to the ground of the opponent court. The ball is put through the service of zone. Only the serving team may score points. So, a player is not allowed to contact the ball twice consecutively. The ball remains in play until it touches the floor, walls, ceiling, or any objects or until players commits a foul. So each member of the team is required to be skillful in the following. The one is serving, volleying, spiking, recovering the ball from the net, and the footwork. In serving, there are 2 types. The underhand serve and the overhead punch serve. In the underhand serve, if you are right-handed, place the ball on your palm on the left hand and hold the ball toward in the right side of your body in the direction of you want the ball to go. And the overhead punch serve, hold the ball straight up and front of you to height of 12 to 18 inches above in your hand, using an open hand contact that the ball with the heel of your hand as the ball drops to point just above your head. Next is the volleying. There are 3 types of that. One is the overhead volley, 2 is the underhand volley, and the spiking. In the overhead volley, this is used when you pass a ball to your teammate. Use your fingertips or tips to contact the ball. With a slight rest snap and strengthening of your arms, the ball should be rebound immediately off. And that could be the fingers. Make a habit of using both hands on every volley. In the settings, in the act of passing the ball fairly high and close to the net, the spiker can spring into the opponent courts. In the underhand volley, this skills used to receive serves to recover a ball as is dropped from the net, to pick up spike ball and to make a serve. The ball should be hit 3 to 4 inches above and control upward motions of the palm. Spiking. In spiking, a spike is a hard hit which sends the ball directly downward over the top of the net into the opponent courts. So the spike is made with open hand by hitting the ball with the heel on the hand with the quick whip actions of the shoulder, arm, and hands. So the ball must be set up by your teammate before you can spike. So the block is the defensive maneuver against the spike ball. Jump with the spike at the same time and strengthen your arms to reach high above your head. Next is to recovering the ball from the net. In the recovery from the net, fast reaction time is needed to pass recovery of the ball. Next is the footwork. So what is footwork? So be active and readily change position with needed. Why? Because use short, quick steps or slide, learn to jump, and keep your eye on the ball. If you have time for Facebook, you have time to exercise. So start now. That's all for today. My name is Rinaldo B. Malimban, your